Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead, the week starting 3rd December 2018. This is the week of the new moon. It's a week when Mercury goes direct. So, you know, in some ways it's a week of fresh starts, moving forward, but not everything is what it seems, I think, this coming week, because when we look more closely at that new moon, we see it's sort of caught up in a way with Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces, and that's why I'm going to call this week's vlog, I think, the clash of the mutables, because we've got, you know, these planets in Sag, the Sun and Jupiter, and then we've got this other little club which is Mars and Neptune in Pisces, and these two forces are really coming into play this week. So if we think about the Sun, you know, the Sun is about consciousness, and certainly in Sag, the Sun is forward-looking, it's optimistic, it's real yang energy, it's masculine, it's positive, it wants to go, it's looking for the truth. And yet, you know, with the Sun squaring Neptune on Wednesday, what is it running into? It's running into Neptune. So there's an element of deception there with Neptune quite often, or the truth is hard to find, because Mercury, of course, is back there in Scorpio now. Venus has just re-entered Scorpio. So there's a sense of some secrets here, something's hidden. And it's interesting if we just look at the UK, which has given us great examples of how the planets are sort of acting out in the mundane sphere, then you can see, you know, there's this plan made. Theresa May has got a Brexit plan out there, but there's a lot of wrangling going on at the moment because of the unwillingness of the government to show the full report, you know, the full legal report into, you know, how this plan is going to really affect us and work out. So Scorpio, very often you have a feeling of things being kept back, of there being things hidden, of secretiveness, of not all, you know, not all that we want to see is going to be presented to us. And certainly, as I say, with the Sun and Jupiter in Sag kind of now coming into that Mars, Pisces, Neptune sort of energy, you know, you can things like, you know, what will the Sun find? As I say, some deception or confusion. You get the idea of many prophets, many truths. Neptune is very multivalent. There's a sense with Neptune of vastness, boundlessness, oceanic energy. This is deep space, you know, but also Mars is about desire, you know, so the desire to sail into the great unknown in a way, or to experience the self as boundless, in this idea of fullness, of potential to be explored. But yeah, it's very tricky because Pisces as well, last sign of the zodiac, those Scorpio planets, it's watery, and of course it's mutable. It's all mutable. Mutable is great, you know, there's a lot of good things about mutable. I mean, there's a flexibility there, you know, there's a way, you know, to find other ways to, you know, to get things done, like roundabout ways sometimes. But it's very go with the flow as well, you know, and Pisces as well, it can be duck and dive, you know, avoid people, avoid confrontations, you know, sort of, oh, I see somebody come in, I think I'm just going to duck in here, you know. So the negative, the downside about this, you know, this clash of the males really, because Mars and the Sun are both very much male principles, you get this sense of instability, you know, this sense of, you know, you can't base your truth on anything because, you know, the ground is kind of shifting under your feet. So yeah, there's the positive, as I say, of so much flexibility is you can, you know, adapt to situations and change your position, etc. But there's certainly a sort of a downside to all of it. It's unstable, it's changing, it's dynamic. And of course, you know, certainly, you know, as I say, the secretiveness with Mercury and Scorpio, and the sense with Neptune as well as being very free with the truth, you know, that you can bend the facts to fit the narrative. So, you know, what do you base your conclusions on? And for a Sag Sun, which is very much about truth seeking, about, you know, getting to a philosophical standpoint that is satisfying, so you can bundle all that enthusiasm behind a goal. And that is kind of, there's a lot of issues with that direct Sagittarius, the expression of it this coming week. We also see on Monday, on the day that the Sun in Sag squares Mars in Pisces, we also have Uranus square in the nodes. So Uranus square in the nodes, it's almost like, you know, break with the past. Uranus is back in Aries. It wants to, you know, shake up, break up. It wants to, you know, change direction. It wants to, you know, create this kind of eruption that will, you know, enforce a change. And then on Wednesday, we actually get the Sun-Neptune square. And then Thursday, Mercury goes direct. So, you know, we might find then that Mercury does open up, you know, does release some more information. It does give that, you know, that sort of material that we need to really make up our minds. Because Mercury, yeah, I mean, since 17th, you know, since 17th of November, it was gone retrograde. It went back into Scorpio on the 1st of December, and it's going direct on Thursday this week. So it's almost sort of retrograding, direct and stationary, very much at the end there of Scorpio. Friday we have Mars conjunct Neptune. So as I say, it's this very Pisces Sag energy is really dominant this week. You know, again, you know, what it can lead to as well is indecisiveness. You know, like, because you can't really get to the bottom of something, maybe holding off making a decision. You know, there can also be, you know, kind of backdoor, you know, as I say, sort of maneuvers going on behind the scenes. It's very difficult to get the truth above water. So it's a kind of a fluid week in many ways this week. You know, and maybe, as I say, I'm calling it, this vlog, the clash of the mutables. Because, yeah, we might find, you know, there's this Jupiter, you know, huge sort of Sun-Jupiter presence at the moment. But with Pisces, we might find that a lot of that is falling into the ocean this week. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye.